guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're gonna be doing a purchase or pass. So I love filming these videos. These are one of my favorite videos to film. I just think I like just looking at makeup and skincare and just talking about everything beauty and just discussing if I would get something, if I wouldn't. And I love watching other people's and hearing their opinions and why and what they have to say. So yeah, super excited to film this video. Make sure to subscribe down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you do enjoy it. And if I'm so out of breath. And if you want to see my purchase or pass, then just keep on watching. Okay, so Instagram, while I'm filming this, Instagram is like currently down, so I'm not gonna be using Instagram. A lot of times when I do these videos, I like to use like Trend Mood, Here for the Makeup, or Sephora, just like Sephora's new page or whatever, is normally what I look at while I'm like filming these. So that's what I'm looking at. Okay, so the first thing I see that I've actually been seeing a lot of people talking about is the new Natasha Denona palette. So this is the Circo Loco eyeshadow palette. It's $129, so it is her bigger palettes. And it seems like it's mostly a shimmer metallic kind of palette with a few mattes. Honestly, this palette is a pass for me. There's just, I'm just not blown away by this palette. I've seen a lot of people like really wanting it, but I mean, it's a pretty palette. I just know I won't use it. I do like the looks. Like whenever I'm looking on Sephora and I see all the looks that have been created with it, it does look really pretty. I'm not obsessed with it. I feel like maybe if it was like more mattes and less shimmers, I would like it more, but I really just don't reach for shimmers enough to justify buying this palette. The 3 shades on the end are so pretty though. To me, they just like scream spring, and then that really pretty bright orange. Am I sitting here talking myself into this palette? No, we're not. It is super pretty. I just know, I know me. I know my soul, I won't reach for this. So this one is a pass for me. Maybe if it was like one of her smaller palettes, like the $65 ones, which is still expensive, but I didn't know $129. So maybe if it was the smaller ones, I would be like more inclined to like buy it. But yeah, that one's a pass. Okay, so the next thing is the Jaclyn Cosmetics the Palette Spoken Lip collection. So there's the Palette Spoken liquid lipstick, which is $20, and the Palette Spoken lip liner, which is $18. I will say these are a little pricier than I would have like thought they were going to be, because $20 per lipstick does add up, but it's not like terrible. She is like a higher end brand, so it's kind of to be expected. I don't know, the shades in them are super pretty. Like even the lip liner shades I think are really pretty. If I was to pick up anything, it'd probably be like a couple shades, like Oh Hi or Mama or Be Brave. All like the pinkier nudes, of course. But yeah, for right now, this collection's kind of a pass for me. Not for any particular reason. Like, it's a pretty collection and they have really pretty colors, and I've heard pretty good things about the collection. It's just nothing that I need right now. It's definitely something that I feel like if I was to like see a color that I absolutely loved with and I just needed in my life, then I would go pick it up. For right now, it's a pass, but maybe in the future, it's a purchase. Okay, another thing is the ColourPop Limoncello collection. So it comes with an eyeshadow palette that has 12 shades, a 4 shadow stick set, and a 5-piece brush set. Is there more? And I think there's also some like lip products, and there's some, girl, I don't even know. It is a pretty collection. Like I'll say, like when I'm looking at the palette, it is pretty, but again, I just don't feel like I need it. Even though I love ColourPop and I love their shadows, sometimes I just feel like they're making the same palette over and over and over, just in like different forms. Because I don't know, I just feel like if you have a ColourPop palette, more than likely you have these shades just in a different palette. So it's nothing that I feel like I need or I'm like gravitating to pick up, which I just feel like I wish, like I know everyone keeps saying it, but I wish they'd slow down with the releases and just really focus on what they're putting out. Like instead of just putting out an eyeshadow palette, some lipsticks, some brushes, and some highlighters, like really focus on what you're putting out. Like to me, they're just so focused on getting it out that they're not focused on like what they're releasing. So they're just kind of releasing the same thing over and over, just in a different collection. So yeah, this one's a pass for me. I'm just not that excited about it. Okay, next thing is the Morphe X. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce this, so I'm just gonna try my best. Avani. Wait, I haven't been saying it when anything launched. Hold on. The Jaclyn Hill liquid lipsticks you can get now, and then I think they're supposed to be available at Ulta in May. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure. And then the ColourPop Limoncello collection is also available now, so it might be sold out. I don't really know, but just check their website. I'll have it linked in the description box down below if you want to check to see if it's still in stock. But anyway, the Morphe Collection X Avani launches March 23rd, and you get an eyeshadow palette, a luminous bronzer, a face and body illuminator, a lip duo. Wait, 2 lip duos. Oh yeah, and a mini lip gloss kit. So the eyeshadow palette is mainly what I'm going to be like looking at, and it's $30. I can already tell you I won't get the bronzer or like the lip products or like the illuminators. I don't really like luminous bronzers. That's just personal preference. And I don't really use highlighters that much anymore. But I think it's a liquid highlighter, but I just don't reach for them. As much as I want to say I will, I don't. But the eyeshadow palette is pretty. It's definitely, like, I like that it's like bolder colors. And I did see that there's like water activated paints in them. So if you really like to create and you like to do a lot of like the very artistic makeup, then you'd probably absolutely love this palette and it'd be perfect for you. But for me, it's a pass just because I don't do, like, I kind of get a little creative with makeup, but not that much. Like, I'm not like painting or anything like that. So for me, it's just a pass. My camera cut off at some point, so I'm just gonna hope for the best here. The next thing is the Tatcha, the Silk Powder Protective Setting Powder. So this is $48. Yeah. I don't think this is really meant for like my skin or like what I'm looking for. I think it's kind of supposed to be lower of like a radiant, kind of glowy setting powder. And you're only supposed to use like the tiniest little bit of it with like a fluffy brush. But let me see. It is a protective, talc-free setting powder that blurs pores, shields from pollution and blue light, and provides a translucent, soft, radiant finish. So I do feel like that would be pretty all over the face. I wouldn't use a radiant powder underneath my eyes just for me personally because I do get oily, like I just said. So I just wouldn't look good underneath, like on my T-zone, especially since I already get oily there. So I'm already getting radiant there. But I do think it'd be pretty all over, like on like the perimeters of the face, just to give that like glow, like natural lit from within glow. But yeah, because of the price and just, I don't really think I would absolutely love it. It's a pass for me. Okay, so the next thing is the LYS Cosmetics Cream Blush Lights. So when I first seen these, I was really excited to try these because I feel like everyone is coming out with cream blushes, cream bronzers, cream highlighters, and things like that. So I was really excited to try these. The only thing is 4 of them are shimmer finish. So there's 6 shades, but 4 of them are shimmer finish. And I just know that I will not use them. The shimmer finish is almost like if a blush and a highlight had a baby. Like it's just a really, really glowy blush, which if you have drier skin or if you just don't have like large pores or texture, you would probably really like it because it would look really natural and glowy, especially for like the summertime. But for me, the only 2 that I would try is Sandy Cheeks and Honey Thief because they're a natural finish, which that I don't mind because it's probably like it's not a matte formula, but it's not like super glowy. It's probably just like a nice in between. So those I would try, but the shimmer ones are just like a pass for me. Okay, the next thing, I think this is trending, but like on TikTok or something, but I could be wrong. This is the KVD Beauty Good Apple Skin Perfecting Hydrating Foundation Balm. So when I first seen this, I was kind of like, whatever, don't really care. And then, I don't know, I kept seeing, like I seen a review about it, and then I just kept reading up about it, and I was like, you know what? I'm kind of intrigued by it because it's kind of like I think it's supposed to be like a full coverage foundation for dry skin, and I don't have dry skin, but I still am intrigued to try it. It might not be the most perfect foundation for me, especially in the summertime, but maybe like more in the fall and winter time, I feel like it would work pretty well for me. I like hydrating foundations. In the summer, I do have to like kind of mix them or use a more mattifying primer, but they still work for me and I still like them. So I am intrigued to try this. It's $38, so it's obviously trending because almost every single shade is sold out except for like the deeper shades. And I'm pretty sure there's like 40 shades, so it's definitely trending somewheres. But yeah, I would purchase that. Okay, the next thing is the Artist Couture Ethereal Bloom Eyeshadow and Pigment Palette. So this has 8 richly pigmented pastel and vibrant shades and a matte and sparkling finish to create endless looks. It's $32 and it is quite a small palette. I do have one of his palettes. This is the Caliente palette. I got it in a BoxyCharm. And I'm honestly going to give this away to like a family member or something because it just doesn't excite me. But it's a pretty small palette for $32. That's actually pretty expensive. It's a little bit bigger than my hands. Yeah, maybe not even a little bit bigger. And the shadows in it are pretty small. They're like the size of like I can't think of what I could compare the size of it to. Maybe like the Makeup by Mario eyeshadow palette pans, but they're pretty small, and $32 is pretty expensive for an 8 shadow pan palette. It is a really pretty palette. I will say I like the Ethereal Bloom more than I like the Caliente palette. This is just, I don't know, there's just something about it that just doesn't excite me or do it for me, but I have heard really good things about his formula and people say it's really good. Out of the two, that one definitely excites me more, but I just don't know. I don't know, the more I look at it, it does kind of look a little pretty. It's a pretty palette. I will say, like, it's so pretty for spring and summer. Obviously, that's why it's coming out now. It is limited edition, so if you do want it, you might want to go ahead and, like, jump on it. The more I look at it, the more I like it. So maybe this palette is a purchase for me because at first, when I first came on here, I was like, absolutely not. That's so expensive, and the palette is small, and there's nothing crazy about it, which I will say, it is a pretty palette, but nowadays, like, what eyeshadow hasn't been done by somebody somewheres? But you know what? That palette's a purchase for me because it's actually pretty. So I'm just changing my mind. So it's all first impressions, obviously. Okay, so the next thing I actually kind of want to talk about is like a brand. Not so much a like one product in particular. This is LYS Beauty, so it's pretty new to Sephora. I think it like just launched on Sephora a few weeks ago. A lot of people have done reviews on this one, so if you've been watching like beauty videos on YouTube, you probably have seen like this brand somewheres at some point in time. This brand is actually intriguing me. When I first seen it on Sephora, I was like about it. There was just something about it that wasn't really intriguing me, but after watching reviews, I'm really intrigued to try it, and I'll probably pick some things up whenever the Sephora sale happens. So the main thing that I really want to try is the cream blush, the bronzer, and maybe the foundation, but definitely the cream blush and the bronzer. The priming, the gripping serum primer, I've heard like mixed things about, so I would probably have to like look into that a little bit more before I like decided I wanted it. And the lip treatment oil is just, I don't know, I have enough of like lip oil treatment, so I really don't need that. But the higher standard satin matte cream blushes comes in at 6 colors, I think, and it's $16. I don't know. I really want to try it. I've heard really good things about it. The matte bronzer comes in 5 colors. It's $18. And the serum foundation is $22 and it's 35. It has 35 colors. So this is definitely not cheap, but for Sephora, it is on like the lower end. A lot of their things are like, I would say like $25 and above, unless you're like looking at Sephora collection. So yeah, those are about the 3 things that like really impressed me. The setting powder, I'm not really like super intrigued to try it, but the blush, the bronzer, and the foundation, I'm actually kind of intrigued to try it and see what this brand is about. I've heard a lot of good things about this brand, so I just wanted to talk about them real fast. Okay, so even though these have already launched and like they launched like a couple of weeks ago, I thought I'd go ahead and talk about them. So these are the Jaclyn Cosmetics, another Jaclyn nail products or Jaclyn Cosmetics product. These are these baked blush and bronzer duos. There's 7 shades. They're $36 each. And then she also brought back like the single highlighters from the highlighter palette she came out with in like, I want to say it was 2019 with the highlighter palette, which I do have the highlighter palette and I actually do really like it. I know there's like mixed things about it, but I actually do like that one. When I first seen this, I was super intrigued to try this, but I've seen reviews and I don't know if I'm going to pick this up. You can get this at Ulta now. I don't know if they're still in stock or anything, but I do know that you can get it at Ulta and her website. I think that's all the places that you can get it. Here's my thing with it, and I like wish somebody else would say it like in the reviews, because I just keep thinking it. I feel like I would be more intrigued to try the blush and bronzers if she didn't launch them in duos and just launched them like the bronzers in a single and the blush in a single, because then I just feel like I would be more intrigued to try it, because there's like some where like the bronzers would work for my skin but the blushes wouldn't, or I just don't, or not that they wouldn't work for my skin, but I just don't really like the blush color, or maybe I like the blush color in one and the bronzer is like too deep for me or something. So I wish she would have launched them in singles, and then I'd be more inclined to like pick them up. I might pick them up later down the line, kind of like with the liquid lipsticks, but for right now it's kind of a pass for me. I don't know, there's just something about it that isn't really intriguing me anymore. I've heard like good things about it, but I know the blushes are like, it's like kind of more radiant, and I like matte bronzers. Blushes, I don't really care if they're radiant or if they're matte. I prefer matte, but I'll wear radiant. But like bronzers, I really like a matte blush or a matte bronzer. So I don't know. Again, I wish she would have released them in singles instead of in a like duo, and then I would definitely be picking them up. But for right now, it's kind of a pass. Okay, so I think the last thing we're going to talk about is the Dior Forever Natural Bronzer. So I don't know when this is launching. It's already launched, I guess, overseas. I hope it's coming to Sephora, like America. But it is launching in 8 shades. And again, I don't know how much it is. I will more than likely not be picking this up, because if it's Dior, it's probably like $40 and above. And not that I'm against, like I bought the Marc Jacobs and the Charlotte Tilbury and they were all like $50, I think, which is expensive. But as of now, I just don't feel the need to buy it unless somebody like did a review and said it was just the most amazing bronzer they've ever put on their face. As of right now, it's kind of a pass, just because, I don't know, the colors don't really look amazing to me. Oh, yeah. They definitely do have a very, very, very fair shade. So if you were like even fairer than me, and I am fair, honey, then you would probably be able to use this bronzer and you might absolutely love it. But for now, it's just a pass. I have my favorites, and unless someone says it is the most amazing bronzer they've ever used and it like changed their skin, I probably won't be picking this one up because it just doesn't excite me. So yeah, that one's a pass. Yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to talk about. I feel like a lot of things were passes in this video, which wasn't on purpose. There's like some things that are really, really intriguing me, and then there's a lot of things where I'm just kind of like me. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you are going to be picking up, what you're not picking up, what launches are intriguing you, what they aren't intriguing you, and just let me know your opinions on the products that I talked about in this video. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.